Hello, in this video I'm gonna tell you why your iPhone may be lagging. Okay, so let's begin with the first thing, which is low storage space. If you have low storage space, then your iPhone may drop because the system doesn't have enough free space to work efficiently, because system needs some storage space for storing some temporary files. I know that that there's a chance you may know that system stores temporary files mostly in RAM, which is a short-term memory of the phone. But sometimes the RAM is not enough and it needs to store it in the storage, in the built-in memory, in the built-in storage, because the RAM may be not sufficient, or sometimes those files just need to be stored for a little bit longer than they would be stored in RAM. So that's why it stores in the storage, and you may just need to go to the settings, then go to general and iPhone storage and see how much storage you have left. I have quite a lot left. You can see I have like 14 gigabytes, but if you have not enough left, then you may want to uninstall some apps, or maybe back up some photos, send them to the iCloud so they don't take up your phone storage. Instead of that they take the iCloud storage. Now, background apps. If you have too many apps running in the background, that they will consume RAM and slow things down. So you may want to go to the settings, then go to general and go to background app refresh. Now disable the apps that you don't need to refresh in the background. So any apps that you don't need notifications from on time. And also, I wouldn't recommend disabling background app refresh, not only for the apps that you need notifications from on time, but also for apps that maybe connect with some external devices like your smartwatch. Those also should refresh in the background so they can synchronize with your watch all the time. But besides that, like games or just apps that you don't need notifications from, they can be disabled here. Now let's go to the old iOS version. Also in the settings in general, go to software update. There may be a new update available and you may need to update it. So it runs on the newest version. It should speed up your phone, but you can see that I actually have beta updates enabled, and that slows the phone down. I only have them enabled because this is my work phone, this is not my main phone, and I can have them enabled because of that. But some people do enable beta updates even if the phone they are installing beta updates on is their main device. And that's a little bit of a problem because it may make your phone run much slower. So I wouldn't recommend beta updates. And if you already have installed one, then it may be pretty hard. You can technically downgrade, but it's a complicated process and you'll need to back up all the data, then use the computer to downgrade the phone, and then you won't be able to restore the backup if, for example, the current public version is iOS 18 and you have iOS 26 installed, and you back up your data in iOS 26, then downgrade to iOS 18, then until iOS 26 rolls out, you won't be able to restore that backup. That's why it's pretty hard. Also, you may just leave on the beta, but disable beta updates, set them to off, then wait until the iOS 26 rolls out, for example 26, because I have iOS 26 beta 4, which means if I disabled it now, then I would need to wait until the official version of iOS 26 rolls out, or even until iOS 26.1 rolls out, which means if you install the iOS 26 developer beta, which gets rolled out immediately in June, after new iOS is announced as the beta, then you will need to wait until September until 26 official version is released, and even there is a chance that you won't be able to install that. You may even need to wait until October or November until 26.1 gets installed. That's why I don't recommend betas. Now, too many updates are pending. If there's lots of different updates pending in the App Store, like here, if you go to App Store, then click on your profile in the top right corner and scroll down, you'll find I have 12 pending updates. And it's worth updating them now so it doesn't slow down your phone, because pending updates may slow down your phone. So let's get to the next thing. Background processes, I've already mentioned it, but also some automatic updates and syncing may make your phone laggy for a moment, but you just need to wait until it updates your phone or automatically or syncs it to the cloud. Then overheating. If your iPhone gets too hot, the performance is throttled, and that's to protect the hardware. If you want to learn more about overheating, there are videos on the channel about iPhone overheating, so you can watch that. That like explains what to do with the overheat. Now, low battery health. If you have a worn out battery, it can trigger performance throttling to prevent unexpected shutdowns. So you may want to replace your battery, but first maybe go to the settings and go to battery, and then battery health and charging, and now you'll find maximum capacity. And that maximum capacity, if it's like below 80%, then it's worth replacing the battery, so your phone runs fully fine. But also make sure that you replace that battery with an original battery, because some fake batteries may make your phone overheat too much, and also may actually lower the performance. Now let's get to the next thing, which is too many widgets or animations. If you have lots of different widgets, you have some weird things like live wallpapers or some visual effects, then they can slow down to the performance, especially on older models, so you may want to get rid of that. Then Safari cache and junk data. If there's like accumulated browsing data on system cache, it may clog up your resources, so you may want to go to like Safari, then click on three dots right here and go to, I believe, bookmarks. Then click here on history. Here is history. Or just click on three dots here, then click on clear and select clear time frame. You can select, like, for example, all history, but it will clear your browsing history. Remember about that. And now clear the history. It's also closing all the tabs. You can see I have 12 tabs. That's not too much, but if you have way more, then you may want to press and hold after first, like, you know, going to that by sliding up, but not from the bottom, just sliding the tab up. It'll go into tabs menu, and now you can press and hold on the amount of tabs that you have, on the done button, and close all the tabs. That will also speed up the phone a little bit. Now, if a single app with poor optimization is slowing down, then it may be the problem of the app. It may be just poorly made by the creator of the app. Then sometimes there may be some iOS bugs that sometimes either require a restart or update. I was speaking about updates already, so I won't show you again. But you can also restart the phone by pressing and holding on power and either of the volume buttons. Then slide to power off, wait a moment until the phone powers off and turn it on again. Now also there may be insufficient RAM on older models. If but because some newer apps may demand more memory than older iPhones can handle smoothly, and it's just because some newer apps require more than your older iPhone can support. There may be corrupted system files, and that's a rare thing, but sometimes software corruption after an update or restore can cause lagging, and you may want to reset your phone. But before you reset it, make sure to back it up. There are videos on backing up the iPhone, so you may want to watch that in order to actually get to know how to back it up so you don't lose the data after the reset. And then go to the settings and go to General, Transfer or Reset iPhone, erase all content and settings, and then erase it. But remember, it will erase all the data, so if you want to keep that data, back it up somewhere safe, either onto your iCloud or onto your computer. And that should help with corrupted system files. Now let's get to the background location services. Constant GPS usage may cause lag if it's from multiple apps, so you may want to go to the privacy and security location services and see what apps are using location services. And if you think that some apps don't need those location services, you can disable them. Some apps have it set to always, like in my case this app has it set to always, and I can just set it to while using the app, so it'll only use the location while I'm using the app, and if I'm not, then it won't do it. And now the last thing is aging hardware. If your phone is just older, then newer apps or newer iOS versions may simply be too demanding. And I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.